Hey everyone, this is the descriptive instruction video for the take-home / online class for Chapter 9 for your Climate Change Film Festival. So what you're going to be doing for this is you're actually going to be making a film on the topic of climate change. So you have a lot of freedom in how you want to do this. Some basic instructions. Film should be 5 minutes long. It could be, a few minutes longer than that, but it really shouldn't be less than 5 minutes. So like 1, 2, 3 minutes doesn't really cut it. Like 4 minutes and 45 seconds is fine if the content is there. But aim for 5 minutes. And like 10 minutes is way too long unless your film is absolutely amazing and worth 10 minutes of everybody's time. It should be on the topic of climate change, and climate change is a super broad topic, so if you want to talk about how it's affecting a particular species, if you want to talk about sea level rise, if you want to talk about changes to weather, if you want to tie it in with agriculture, that's fine, but it has to be tied to, like, the main theme should be climate change of some sort. It should include and be based on up-to-date scientific findings. It should be informative and it should be entertaining because we have to watch these, and so your film should be, at least, kind of fun. It should be entertaining. It should be interesting. It should not be dreadful. I always hate when students submit a film and they're like, sorry, this is really boring, and they also decided to make it 10 minutes long. That's not what we want to watch. So I've got some suggestions for, fun film ideas down below, and I'll talk about them. Your film should also have some kind of an introduction and conclusion. Alright, so some ideas that you may choose to use, right? So I've seen students do like futuristic science fiction climate change scenarios. Again, focus on, the science and what we think may happen in the future. I've seen people do news reports on climate change. You could talk about either local effects or global effects. And you're welcome to, steal a clip from, YouTube or something of, fires or sea levels or hurricanes or any of those things. People could do climate change documentaries on, one aspect of climate change. I've seen people do climate change interviews. And so students like to go around and interview people about climate change. And I'm going to, throw this out here. If you're going to interview people on climate change, why are you asking these people these questions? That should definitely show up in the introduction, and it should also be readdressed in the conclusion. The other thing is I don't want to see 5 minutes of interviews out of context, and we are at a university. We have real scientists that work here, that work on climate change. Many of them will be happy to give you their time. If you, schedule it in advance, they may be happy to do a recorded phone call or a recorded Zoom meeting. Nobody cares what your roommate has to say about climate change, especially if they're not an expert on it. So if you're like, hey, Jeff over there eating Cheetos, what do you know about climate change? He's like, oh, I don't know, it's bad and stuff. That's a waste of everybody's time. So unless your roommate Jeff knows a lot about climate change or has something real interesting to say, not the best person to interview, okay? Again, you're not limited to these ideas, right? Anything you want to come up with, you have a ton of creative freedom as long as it's 5 minutes long, focuses on climate change, has up-to-date scientific information, informative, entertaining, and has an introduction and conclusion, right? Those are the basics. Other than that, total creative freedom. Your film is going to be graded on content and effort put into the film. You're not going to be graded on your acting skills, HD video quality, etc. Most cell phones and tablets are fine. So if you have a cell phone, you have everything you need to do it. All these videos that I make in YouTube, I use an iMovie Maker. It's pretty easy to use. I'm actually filming this video on my iPad, and so the video quality, I've got HD video quality. And then I just, film it in iMovie Maker, I save it, and then I upload it to YouTube. That's how I make all these videos. They don't take all that long to make. And I don't use hardly any of the features. The other thing, this is due in October, so if you want to make a climate change horror film, I love Halloween, so just a quick idea I threw out there. Alright, the other thing, right, when you're filming with your cell phone, don't be the person that films it like this, right? Film it in landscape mode, so you don't have two blank sections on the side of your screen when we're watching it. If you do work as a team, that's fine, but everybody should be in the video and take an equal role in creating the video. And it definitely should not look like everybody filmed it the night before in their dorm room and somebody just stuck a bunch of unrelated clips together. I hate when people do that, so don't do it. Then you can upload your video to Canvas. Again, with any videos that I've had students do this semester, the easiest and best thing to do is put it on YouTube, make sure it's not set to private, and just submit the link. Right, the uploader to YouTube is much faster than the Canvas uploader. So just put it on YouTube, submit the link, and then as soon as you have the grade for the assignment, you're welcome to set it to private or delete it off of YouTube. And so how we're going to grade this, right, your introduction, 20 points, the topic of climate change, 40 points, based on scientific data, 40 points. Was it informative? 30 points. Was it entertaining? 30 points. Does it have a conclusion? 20 points. And just kind of the overall quality, right? Was it good? Was it fun to watch? Did everybody like it? 20 points. Those are kind of discretionary points. And so it's worth 200 points total. So it's 2 assignments here. And then you're going to post your film or the link to your film on the discussion board. And then I want you to watch at least 4 other students' films, and you're going to evaluate those films on the rubric right there. So please don't forget to watch other films. Because you will lose points if you do not evaluate 4 other films. And definitely try and focus on films that don't have comments on them. So watch ones that students have not watched yet. So I know there's always a person that films theirs early and gets it submitted. And so again, if you're struggling for ideas, you could probably find some stuff on YouTube. But people always ask if I would give an example. And so I've shown examples in the past, and I don't like to show examples because it really kind of stifles your creativity. And the last time I showed an example, I had, almost every film looked identical to the example. And so that's why I don't show examples. But if you want to do something like that, and, I think one of my favorite climate change videos of all times is somebody did a climate change rap where they took Vanilla Ice's Ice Ice Baby and they changed it to No More Ice Ice Baby, and they read all the words. So if you're musically inclined and you want to do a music video about climate change, go for it. It'll be great. People will love it. Anyways, if you have any more questions about this, please let me know, and good luck, and we look forward to watching your films. So thanks, and have a good day.